Good day, viewers. This is the Tuesday topic of the week for July 4th, 2023. And about a month ago, my topic was the wildfires that were occurring in Canada, Halifax and Nova Scotia, to be specific. And this was a month ago, and those were the only wildfires that I mentioned during that episode because at the time they were the only ones I was aware of. Well, fast forward a month and we have over 500 separate wildfires burning in Canada at the same time right now. The worst wildfire season ever recorded in Canadian history. 19.5 million acres have been burned in Canada so far. Wind movement from wildfire smoke in Quebec, which has reached the state that I live in as well. I can feel it in my lungs. Every so often I have a hard time breathing. I can just feel it. Wildfire smoke affecting my body as well. 257 of these active wildfires in Canada are classified as being out of control, meaning they don't have the resources to deal with them. So, as of right now, they're just allowing them to burn out of control. And when it comes to other ones, they've had to enlist resources, assistance from other countries. People from other countries have had to come into Canada to help them battle these wildfires, because Canada doesn't have enough resources of its own to battle them, so they're recruiting outside help from various other places. In Quebec alone, you have 3.5 million acres burned so far, 147 times more than you'll see in an average year. And there has not been enough rainfall to do anything as far as mitigating the damage from these fires. I'll go ahead and play this for you right now.
Wildfires is once again sweeping across parts of the U.S. Elwin Lopez there in Atlanta. Elwin, we just can't catch a break. Good morning.
That's right, Wed. This latest plume of smoke, so large it stretches from the Midwest all the way down to Georgia. Now, here in Atlanta, we are under code orange. That means that the air quality is unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's not uncommon, though, for the metro here due to pressure and due to heat. But take a look at Chicago, that city, the hardest hit. You can barely make out those iconic skyscrapers there. Over the past few days, they've seen some of the worst air quality in the world. Now, officials in many places are asking the most vulnerable to stay inside. And if they have to go outside, they suggest masking up. The EPA describes those most vulnerable to be people with lung or heart disease, children and older people, as well as those who are pregnant. The smoke coming from those wildfires is still raging in Canada, where dry conditions and extreme heat continue to fuel the flames there. And guys, a reminder that wildfire smoke is particularly dangerous. So if you are going outside, make sure to keep tabs of the air quality.
Okay, and millions of people in this country are under unhealthy air warnings. And I've also heard some recent reports of wildfires drifting through the state of Washington as well. But I'm not going to get into that here. Not right now. Okay, so there have been some heavy rains in Quebec that have missed some of the areas where these wildfires are the most active. And the media is claiming that all of this is happening due to climate change. Well, I guess technically you could call it climate change, couldn't you? Just not in the way that they're portraying it. So, a photo of Toronto here in the skyline, and you can literally see the smog in the air in this picture. And finally, the Canadian military, their army, has been mobilized in several provinces. They've had people coming in from South Africa and France. Not French Canada, France. And the White House also claims that this country, the United States, has sent over 600 firefighters to Canada to help them fight these fires, and yet it's still not enough. We have wildfires just raging across the entire country right now. The air is unhealthy to breathe. There's smog, there's smoke, and we are being instructed not to go outside under certain conditions. So there's the current state of affairs in Canada and the United States right now. But as far as masking up to protect yourself from the smoke goes, masking up will only make things worse for you, because wearing the mask just traps the smoke, the bacteria, the smog, and everything else inside of your lungs, and you're unable to release it. So I would not advise people to mask up like they said to do. It's just not a good idea. It'll be worse overall for your health if you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.